President Donald Trump is making headlines again, this time with a major decision that's sending shockwaves across the globe. He's just announced a full travel ban on 12 countries, blocking their citizens from entering the United States. Now, this is not just a policy change. It's a move that's already stirring major controversy, raising serious questions about national security, immigration, and human rights. So in today's video, we're breaking down everything you need to know. Which countries are affected, who's still allowed in, and why this ban has so many people speaking out. Let's get into it. Now, President Donald Trump has officially announced a new full travel ban targeting 12 specific countries. This ban means that citizens from those countries will no longer be allowed to enter the United States under most circumstances. The countries affected include Afghanistan, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen, Eritrea, Haiti, Myanmar, Chad, Congo, and Equatorial Guinea. According to Trump, the main reason for this decision is to protect national security. He says that these countries either failed to meet U.S. requirements for sharing important information about their citizens or had unsafe conditions that made proper background checks difficult. The government believes that by banning entry from these places, it will help reduce the risk of terrorism, fraud, and other national threats. The move marks one of the biggest travel bans in recent years and has already drawn global attention. The travel ban has caused a lot of controversy both in the U.S. and internationally. Many people who support the ban say it's necessary to keep the country safe and to fix problems in the immigration system. They argue that national security should always come first and that every country has the right to decide who gets to enter its borders. However, many others strongly disagree. Critics say the travel ban unfairly targets African countries and Muslim-majority nations, just like Trump's earlier Muslim ban from 2017. Human rights organizations and immigration advocates have spoken out, warning that this new policy could tear families apart, hurt students who want to study in the U.S., and block refugees who are fleeing war or violence. Some also believe the ban is more about politics than actual security and fear it will damage America's image around the world. So in addition to the full ban on 12 countries, Trump also announced visa restrictions for 7 more nations. These include Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. While people from these countries are not completely banned from entering the U.S., they will face tough limits on certain types of visas. For example, tourist visas, business visas, B1, B2, and student visas, F and J visas, will be harder to obtain. The U.S. government claims that these countries either don't share enough information about their travelers or have large numbers of people who overstay their visas once they arrive. The restrictions are part of a larger effort to make the immigration system stricter and ensure that only people who follow U.S. laws and procedures are allowed to come in. These new rules will apply soon and are expected to impact thousands of people across the globe. Now, even though the travel ban is strict, the Trump administration says there will be some exceptions. People who already have green cards, permanent U.S. residents, will still be allowed to enter. Dual citizens who hold a passport from one of the banned countries but also from a different non-banned country may still be allowed in as long as they travel using the non-banned passport. U.S. diplomats and people with close family members who are U.S. citizens or permanent residents could also be considered for entry. In addition, special exceptions may be made for certain groups like professional athletes, religious minorities fleeing persecution, especially from Iran, and refugees who have already been approved through U.S. immigration programs. But even with these exceptions, the ban will still affect a large number of people and make international travel harder for many families. And as the date for the ban to take effect gets closer, debates continue to grow louder. Supporters see this as a strong step to secure the nation's borders, but opponents say it goes against American values of fairness, freedom, and helping those in need. Legal experts are already preparing lawsuits to challenge the ban, and many protest groups are organizing demonstrations. Immigrants from the affected countries are now rushing to find out if they can still visit or reunite with their families before the rules change. Universities, businesses, and community groups are also bracing for the impact, especially those who rely on students, workers, or visitors from these countries. What happens next will likely depend on court decisions, political pressure, and how the policy is enforced in the coming weeks. Either way, this travel ban is already shaping up to be one of the most talked about decisions of Trump's second presidency.
We will not let what happened in Europe happen to America. The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado, has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them. That is why today I am signing a new executive order placing travel restrictions on countries including Yemen, Somalia, Haiti, Libya, and numerous others. We will not allow people to enter our country who wish to do us harm, and nothing will stop us from keeping America safe.